Hello, BookTube. I'm here to explore my pile of possibilities for quarter one of Historathon 2026, turning into a rather venerable tradition on BookTube, created by Vin at Revenant Reads. This will be my first year participating. I've always watched the videos and really enjoy them, like seeing what people are doing. But this year, I really decided I'd follow along. So I'll leave a link to Ven's announcements and all that. And there's a whole slew of really good co-hosts. So I don't know if this is their fourth year of doing this. Seems about right. I'm not sure. So Historathon is a year-long celebration of reading historical nonfiction. So it happens all year. The goal is to read, discuss, and spotlight works of history and encourage reluctant readers to give history a try. This all comes from Vin. The calendar year will be divided into 3-month blocks, with each block discussing a particular period of time. So basically you have quarters. The first quarter is January to March, which I'll be discussing, and that's prehistory to 500 of the Common Era, or AD. April to June is 500 to 1500. July to September is 1500 to 1820. That may sound a little odd, but from what I understand, they're trying to make it so people taking part in other events. I think Victober, or what is it, Jane Austen, July, I think it's called, can have some of their nonfiction stuff bleed over. And then October to December is 1820 to the present. So I've got a pile of books. Some of them ones I've been holding off on or haven't gotten to. There's only 3 of them. It's not going to be a big video. So my primary read, then I'll discuss a little bit of something I'm reading now. It's slightly related, but I picked this book up not too long ago, and this is Francis Pryor, Scenes from Prehistoric Life. What's the subtitle? From the Ice Age to the Coming of the Romans. This is focused on Britain, with the British Isles. Some of you will recognize the author, Francis Pryor, well-known archaeologist, who was on the television series Time Team, which is one of my favorite. I love watching Time Team. Time Team's a group of archaeologists. They usually have 3 days. They go to a site of interest, an archaeological site, and they dig. And there's a little drama because you never know what you're going to find and not find. So, in the Scenes from Prehistoric Life, the distinguished archaeologist Francis Pryor paints a vivid picture of British and Irish prehistory, from the Old Stone Age, about 1 million years ago, to the arrival of the Romans in AD 43. So it falls into the first quarter reading on this event. In a sequence of 15 chronologically arranged profiles of specific ancient landscapes. Whether writing about the early human family who trod the estuarine muds of Happisburgh in Norfolk, circa 900,000 BC, to the craftsmen who built a wooden trackway in the Somerset levels early in the 4th millennium BC, or the Iron Age denizens of Britain's first towns, Pryor uses excavations and surveys to uncover the daily routines of our ancient ancestors. But he also demonstrates the impact that their rapid cultural evolution had on the landscape. Scenes from Prehistoric Life takes us across 4 millennia, from a Britain dominated by forests, moors, heaths, and open floodplains to a landscape recognizable to many people living today, demarcated by roads, fields, farms, and villages. So, Francis Pryor is not only a well-known archaeologist, he's also a farmer. I believe a sheep farmer. So the landscape obviously means a lot to him. So that'll be my foreshore read. I actually was going to start it a while ago and never could get the time. Yeah, now I got two other books that I'd like to get in during the quarter, so I've got 3 months to do it. Shouldn't be that big a deal. And neither one of them are huge. The other possibility here, that was the Francis Pryor book is a for sure thing. This one here is a possibility, and that's The World of Odysseus by M.I. Finley, with a preface by Mark Van Doren. This is a very famous book. Excuse me. The end papers. After more than 25 centuries, Homer is still the poet, not only first in time, but greatest, whose works are read throughout the Western world and give that world a community of legend. Here is the only book in English that presents the background of Homer's poems. That's probably not true anymore. Excuse me. The Iliad and the Odyssey are not only studied in all our colleges, each year they are read by more Americans in all walks of life than the writers of any other poet but Shakespeare. I wonder if that's true still. That would be interesting. There are questions that must have occurred to most of those students and general readers. Who is Homer and when did he write, or simply chant, his epic poems? Was he one man or two, or perhaps several? When was the Trojan War? If it was ever fought, and did it last 10 years? What did the Greek and Trojan heroes do when they weren't fighting? What sort of social order produced them, fed them, and armed them? What was the place of women in that society? What standards of personal honor led the heroes to perform deeds that seemed foolish or wicked by our own standards? What part did the Olympian gods, play in their lives? How did the world of Odysseus look forward to the golden age of Greek culture, which in turn looked forward to the modern world? So, it'd be background on the Homeric works. I have not read it. I've known about it for most of my life and don't know why I've never gotten to it. So that's one possibility. And there's a good chance I'll do all three of these. And another one, I read the autobiography of this author 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago. And this is Peter Brown, The World of Late Antiquity. It's a very famous book. It's part of the Library of World Civilization, which was edited by Jeffrey Barraclough. You can see there. It's World of Late Antiquity, AD 150 to 750. So it's going to be, towards the end of the book, I'll be getting out of quarter one, which is fine because that'll go into quarter two, right? Let me see here. They just saw some really pretty pictures. I'll pull up some more. Oh, this is pretty nice. This is actually from the cover. There. So nicely illustrated. So about this book. This remarkable study in social and cultural change explains how and why the late antique world, between circa 150 and circa 750 AD, came to differ from classical civilization. These centuries, as the author demonstrates, were the era in which the most deeply rooted of ancient institutions disappeared for all time. By 476, the Roman Empire had vanished from Western Europe. By 665, the Persian Empire had vanished from the Near East. Mr. Brown, professor of history at Princeton University, examines these changes and men's reactions to them. But his account shows that the period was also one of outstanding new beginnings and defines the far-reaching impact both of Christianity on Europe and Islam on the Near East. The result is a lucid answer to a crucial question in world history: how the exceptionally homogeneous Mediterranean world of circa 200 AD became divided into three mutually estranged societies of the Middle Ages: Catholic Western Europe, Byzantium, and Islam. We still live with the results of these contrasts. So this will it'll spill over a little bit towards the end, past the end date on quarter one, which is fine. The vast majority will fall within the time period. Isn't that pretty? So that, yeah, those are the, well, the bottom one here is for short, and then the other two, look how sun faded that is. And then the other two are possibilities. I would actually call them likelihoods. Right now I'm reading, I'll just throw this in here at the end, about halfway through, well, no, a quarter of the way through, David Runciman's The History of Ideas. This is turning out to be quite an interesting book. Equality, Justice, and Revolution. It's a profile book from 2024. Okay, let's see. So what can Simone de Beauvoir teach us about subjectivity? How did Frederick Douglass expose the horrors of slavery and champion life beyond racial division? And what did Nietzsche predict for the human condition? With his signature erudition, acclaimed political theorist David Runciman uncovers the human anxieties, life, death, pain, freedom, that have shaped our understanding of the world. From Rousseau to Rawls, fascism to feminism, pleasure to anarchy, this is a mind-bending tour through 300 years of political thinking and the making of contemporary ideas. Really enjoying this. I guess he did a companion volume earlier. I don't know what that was called. I'll have to hunt it down. But I thought I'd just throw that in the end because I just want to make one video. So, yeah, thanks to Vin at Revenant Reads. Like I say, I'll link him down below. So you can see this event. I believe they're hashtagging it Historathon 2026. So if you do make videos from whatever quarter or all of them, I think that's something they want us to do. So I will certainly comply and put the hashtag Historathon 2026 so you can all go back and find the videos easily. I've been watching quite a few of the early videos coming out, and there's quite a good crew of booktubers making videos, so you might want to go check those out. So, thank you, BookTube.